Geronimo! Oh! Whew. That was good. Is there something over here? Drowning! Drowning! No, I'm not. And that's a nice effect when the water's over you. And it keeps rippling for a while. It's a nice simple little effect. Ripples of the water flowing down there. My god, that's bright and blue. Ah, back to soothing green again. I love you, green. I know it's very cliche, I'm Irish and I like the colour green, but, you know, sue me. I like what I like. We don't vilify furries for liking furries. Well, we do take the piss. A lot. But they like what they like. Probably not going to change them. Oof. Better be careful, I don't want to go back down. I've got to get over here. Whoop. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. I imagine this is very slippery. I gotta say, for being underground, there is a lot of light in this place. I mean, they're overstating how much light you can get off these phosphorescent algae. Or maybe I'm underestimating what they could potentially produce. I don't know. I've never really gone caving. There's plenty of places in Ireland to go caving, but I've never actually gone.
If the caves are my guts, this must be the place where the stones are first formed. The bacteria phosphoresce and rise, singing through the tunnels. Everything here is bound by the rise and fall, like a tide. Perhaps the whole island is actually underwater.
Okay, it looks like you can go off in the distance, but he did say ascent earlier. That Jakobsen should have continued on with his ascent, so I think we'll continue upwards. Looking at all these stalactites. Wondering if maybe we could lean over and just knock one down without the whole lot of them crashing down and spearing us. Because if all of that started to fall, oh my god, that would be terrifying. Now, I'm a kinda tall guy. I just get freaked out seeing all these above me. I mean, if I were walking through here, I'd be scraping the crap out of my head. Okay, so can we go out that way? No. No, it doesn't look like it. What is this rock? It's all uniform and weird. Could be a form of obsidian. I mean, obsidian has quite a few colors, as far as I know.
This cannot be the shaft they threw the goats into. It cannot be the landfill where the parts of your life that would not burn ended up. It cannot be the chimney that delivered you to the skies. It cannot be the place where you rained back down again to fertilize the soil and make small flowers in the rocks.
Damn, that's a long drop if something ever did get chucked down there. Still, it does look cool. What's that? Behold Damascus is fallen. Right. Damascus fallen. So there's like a lot of there was a lot of chemistry stuff. Now there's electronics and mathematics and religious quotes, and it's a bit freaky under here. You know, if you came in, you just walked in and saw all this stuff, it'd be like, oh my god, what the hell? Away from being a city, and it shall be a ruinous heap. Don't disappear on me, you. Look, yeah. Okay, disappear, come on. Ooh. I shouldn't really go messing about looking at things like that I know are just gonna disappear like that. You know, it's just the engine that they used. You know, it's a few years old. It still looks good, and harping on about stupid little things like that, it's pointless. That's just kind of dickish. Especially since by now pretty much everybody and their aunt has a copy of this. It's been given away free in so many different charity bundles, Humble Bundle and other ones. It's on sale pretty much every other week. So it'd be weird if people didn't have a copy of it. Ugh, all this water. The water effects are relatively nicely done. And that is a nice looking waterfall there. I'm guessing I gotta drop down here again because couldn't get by. Okay, we got street lights and a road and some car parts and a hospital trolley with a lot of barnacles and stuff on it. So what do? Am I supposed to swim out of here? I guess. Yeah. Don't go back under. Come on, don't go back under. So, Jesus, that was a long-ass fall. A long-ass fall indeed. We're almost out of the water. There we go. Gotta say, this is a nice-looking cave. Probably because it's nice and bright, because I see the light of day! I see the light of day in front of me! Better not be another fucking fall here. Okay. We're getting out. We're almost there. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, we're somewhere. Ah, right, cave, still. So we came from down that way, which we can't actually go anymore. And it wasn't the light of day, even though clearly it was. It was, in fact, candles and boxes of candles and the light of the moon. a weird one. Can't even sleep in this tent. We have to go out into the light of the moon. Which way though? This way or that way? Well, there's a candle over here, so we'll follow the candles.
I sat here and watched two jets carve parallel white lines into the sky. They charted their course, and I followed them for 21 minutes until they turned off near Sanford and were lost. If I were a gull, I would abandon my nest and join them. I would starve my brain of oxygen and suffer delusions of transcendence. I would tear the bottom from my boat and sail across the motorways until I reached this island once again.
Oh, there's more candles down there. And down here, there's just candles everywhere and things painted all over. And he keeps going on and on and on about the accident that took his wife. It's a very depressing story. And there's the crashed car.
Of fire and soil, I chose fire. It seemed the more contemporary of the options, the more sanitary. I could not bear the thought of the reassembly of such a ruin. Stitching arm to shoulder and femur to hip, charting a line of thread like traffic stilled on a motorway, making it all acceptable for tearful aunts and traumatized uncles flown in specially for the occasion. Reduce to ash, mix with water, make a phosphorescent paint for these rocks and ceiling.
So, surgery didn't go too well trying to save them. Not even that feckin' shocker could resuscitate them. Man, you have it shit. I mean, that sucks. There's no other way to say it. I mean, there's probably nicer, gentler ways to say it, but that fucking sucks. See, we got plenty more in the distance there. I don't think there's really anything back that way. So we'll continue on. Looks like we're going into another cave down here. It's just candles everywhere. Well, they lead off into the distance, so maybe this cave doesn't go anywhere. It's just another thing to look at. Is that him? I guess. Yeah, it doesn't lead anywhere, just has another chemical symbol. And another lit up cave with potentially another memory, another little bit of story. I do like the sky. It looks nice at night. Ooh. There's that mast again. Not sure how we get there now. So this is just busted up car pieces. I feel like we're getting further away. I'm not sure if this is the right way to go now. Something tells me I have to go back that way and circle around and up the cliff, but
there were chemical stains on the tarmac. The leak of air conditioning, brake fluid and petrol. He kept sniffing at his fingers as he sat by the roadside, waiting as if he couldn't quite understand or recognize their smell. He said he'd been travelling back from a sales conference in Exeter. He'd stopped for farewell drinks earlier, but had kept a careful eye on his intake. You could hear the sirens above the idling traffic.
Let's see, light from heaven shone around him. So that's definitely telling us that we are on the right track, even though the big red light is over that way. So we must go up here and circle all the way around to it. So where is the way up? It just seems like we're staying on the low ground here.
From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
Damn, he was depressed. On a sudden, light from heaven shone around him, and he fell to the ground. Okay, do we get up here at all? Do we maybe continue on? No? Can't get by the rocks there. Can't go out too far to see. So I think that somehow I did go the wrong way. And if that's the case, then where the hell do I go? Do I go all the way back? Do I really? No, 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 there's a way up there. Okay, so we're onto something. We have a way up